You know, when a fighter's nickname is the monster, you kind of expect pure destruction, right? But what we saw from Naoya Inoue against Alan Picasso, well, that was something else entirely. It was a methodical, super intelligent, and just punishing masterclass. So in this breakdown, we're not just going to look at the final result. We're going to dig into exactly how a pound-for-pound great systematically takes apart an undefeated challenger, tactic by tactic, round by round. All right, so picture the scene. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. You hear that iconic call echo through the arena, and you just know something special is about to happen. Two perfect, undefeated records are on the line for the undisputed Super Bantamweight Championship of the world. This was way more than just a fight. It was a collision course between ambition and pure greatness. So on one side of the ring, you've got the established king, a living legend. And on the other, a young, hungry, undefeated challenger with goals that seem almost impossible. It's that classic boxing story, but this time with two guys who had literally never tasted professional defeat. And this tale of the tape, man, it tells such a fascinating story. You've got Inoue, the monster, with that absolutely terrifying knockout ratio. But then you look at Picasso. He's younger, and he's got an incredible, undefeated record of his own. Sure, he came in as the challenger, but he had all the credentials of a future champion. And get this, Picasso is no ordinary fighter, not by a long shot. Outside the ring, he's actually a neuroscience student. He saw this fight as the final exam of his boxing career. So this was never going to be just about brute force. It was a battle of wits, a chance for a boxing scholar to test his own ring IQ against an absolute genius of the sport. And that genius, of course, is Naoya Inoue. We're talking about a guy who's already a 4-division world champion, and many people will tell you he's the greatest Japanese fighter of all time. He is that rare talent who doesn't have to pick between speed, power, accuracy, or defense, because he's got it all. So how did this master tactician handle the challenge? This is where we really get into the heart of Inoue's brilliance. It wasn't about one big, highlight reel punch. It was a calculated, round-by-round deconstruction of his opponent. Inoue's victory was really built on 5 pillars. See, he didn't just outpunch Picasso, he outthought him, he outmoved him, and he just systematically took him apart piece by piece. And while all of these were critical, his whole strategy was anchored by 2 things in particular, that relentless body attack and his insane defense. It all started with the body. I mean, from the opening bell, Inoue was committed to ripping these thunderous shots to Picasso's midsection. These weren't just to score points on the cards, they were an investment. The whole goal was to drain the gas tank, to suck the power right out of Picasso's legs and his punches for the later rounds. And just look at the sheer volume of that attack. 96. 96 punishing body shots landed over 12 rounds. You could literally see the effect building round after round as Picasso's legs got a little less steady and his will just started to crumble under that constant assault. But here's the thing. The monster isn't just an offensive machine. His defense was just as demoralizing for Picasso. The commentators were calling it the Matrix. It was like this puzzle that Picasso just could not solve. Inoue would be standing right there in front of him, making these tiny fractional movements to make punches miss by an inch. It's gotta be so frustrating. So, the strategy felt completely dominant, right? Well, let's look at the data, because the numbers prove just how effective it really was. Time to dive into the CompuBox story and see what this masterclass looks like on paper. Okay. The difference in just pure output was staggering. On average, Inoue landed almost double the punches Picasso did, every single round. That, right there, is what complete and total control of a fight looks like. He dictated everything from the opening bell. And when we dig a little deeper, the dominance just becomes even clearer. Inoue landed over 150 more punches in total. He more than doubled Picasso's jab count, landed 60 more power shots, and, as we know, just completely owned the bodywork. There was not a single category where Picasso even came close. Now, what's truly terrifying is the efficiency behind all that volume. Inoue landed almost half, 47% of all the power shots he threw. So he wasn't just throwing to be busy, he was devastatingly accurate. That's why even the punches that got blocked were still doing damage. All right, so after 12 punishing rounds, the physical battle was over. But the story of respect and the story of legacy, that was just getting started. The judges' scorecards pretty much just confirmed what everybody watching already knew. It was a wide, unanimous decision, with one judge even giving Inoue every single round. It was a complete shutout, a perfect performance on the official record. But you have to give Alan Picasso immense respect. He took that final exam, and even though he didn't pass, he proved his incredible toughness by going all 12 rounds with the monster. He never stopped trying, and for that, his stock definitely goes up. And for Inoue, this win just adds another incredible chapter to an already legendary career. He moves to a mind-blowing 27-0 in world title fights, and he matched a record set by the heavyweight great Larry Holmes. I mean, he's not just winning anymore. He's making history every single time he steps into that ring. This performance left the commentary team, and pretty much everyone watching, with one lingering, powerful question. It's the question every single boxing fan is asking right now. After a display of such complete and total dominance, who can you honestly say is better? And really, that's what we leave you with. We've seen the tactics, we've seen the numbers, we've seen the sheer artistry. The monster didn't just win. He put on a clinic that cemented his claim to the throne. The only question left is, who, if anyone, can possibly challenge him?